Have you ever caught yourself saying something, then wishing you could take it back? Or done something out of routine, only to realize it slowly drained your peace or strained your health? Growing older isn't just about facing changes in our bodies, it's also about becoming wiser with our words, actions, and surroundings. The truth is, small choices in how we speak live and where we go can quietly shape our future for better or worse. In this video, we'll explore 3 things older adults should avoid saying, 3 habits that could be quietly harming your health, and 3 places that may seem harmless but steal your safety, peace, and energy. This is not just advice, it's a turning point, a chance to realign your daily life with what truly matters: your well-being, your joy, and your sense of purpose. This is about learning how to live healthy after 50 with more intention and less regret. If senior health longevity tips and aging gracefully advice matter to you, then this message is one you don't want to miss. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss a moment that helps you grow stronger and more connected. And let me ask, what's one habit you've noticed lately that might be holding you back? Your answer might help someone else too. Now let's begin, because your golden years deserve more than just comfort. They deserve clarity, confidence, and calm. Part 1, 3 things not to say. Number 1, don't complain constantly about your health. It's natural to feel discomfort as we get older. A stiff back in the morning, sore knees after walking, or a tired body that used to move with ease. These are all part of the aging process. But talking about them every day to everyone around you may be doing more harm than good. When we constantly voice our aches and ailments, it can lock our minds into a place of frustration. Instead of feeling supported, we end up reinforcing the pain. And often the people around us begin to feel helpless or quietly pull away. No one wants to feel like a burden, but unchecked complaining can quietly create that weight. There's a powerful shift that happens when you reframe your words. Saying "I'm working on keeping my legs strong" instead of "my knees are killing me again" sends a message of resilience, not resignation. It reminds your brain and your family that you're still in control. It's one of the most overlooked senior health tips, but one of the most effective. Gloria, 72, from Charleston, used to start every breakfast with a list of her symptoms: headaches, shoulder pain, low energy. But when her daughter gently asked her to try focusing on the progress she was making in physical therapy, something changed. "Now I tell my family what exercises I did today," she said. "They lean in more. They smile again." Complaining is a habit, but like any habit, it can be replaced. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, focus on what's improving. That single shift is the start of aging gracefully and inspiring those around you to do the same. Number 2. Don't speak poorly about your children, grandchildren, or others. Many older adults feel unheard or left behind. Watching your children or grandchildren make choices you don't understand can be frustrating, but turning that frustration into criticism can slowly erode the very relationships you value most. What may feel like just telling the truth can easily be heard as judgment. The words we speak carry more weight with age. You may only say something once, but it might echo in someone's heart for years. That's why encouraging words matter more than ever. It's one of the key lessons in healthy aging that doctors rarely teach, but families feel it deeply. James, 76, from Minneapolis, spent years criticizing his adult son's parenting. He meant well, but one day his son stopped calling. It took months before they reconnected, and it started with one sentence: "I'm sorry I didn't support you more. I was scared, not angry." Your family needs your love, not your lecture. Today's world is fast-paced, unpredictable, and far different from the one you grew up in. What worked in 1970 may not work now, but your kindness, patience, and trust still matter just as much. Instead of saying, "Why would you let your kids stay on those phones all day?" try, "I know parenting is hard now. Is there anything I can do to help?" That approach builds bridges, and those bridges can carry you through your later years with warmth and connection. Remember, aging gracefully advice isn't just about your body. It's about the emotional tone you bring into the room, and nothing creates lasting peace like words that heal instead of hurt. Theory 3, don't retell the past over and over again. Your stories matter. They are pieces of a life filled with experience, wisdom, and lessons hard-earned. But when those stories become the only thing you talk about, it can quietly push the present away. And the present is the only place life truly happens. Many seniors fall into this without realizing it. You tell the story of how hard you worked, how much gas used to cost, or how different things were when you raised your kids. These memories are beautiful, But when repeated too often, they become background noise instead of meaningful connection. Susan, 68, from Des Moines, told her grandkids the same story about her first job at Woolworths every holiday. One day her grandson gently said, "Nana, I know that story. Tell me something new you learned this week." It stopped her cold. "I realized I hadn't tried anything new in years," she later shared. Telling stories is powerful, but the magic isn't in the memory, it's in the meaning behind it. Instead of saying, "Back in my day, we respected our elders," try, "One thing I've learned about respect. It's something you earn through how you treat others." That shift moves from nostalgia to wisdom, and wisdom is something younger generations crave more than ever. This is one of the most overlooked doctor tips for adults. Mental vitality depends on staying engaged with the present. When you live only in the past, your mind begins to fade into it. But when you connect the past with new insight, new questions, and new experiences, you stay vibrant. So how do you keep your stories alive without sounding like a broken record? Start with curiosity. Ask your loved ones what their week was like. Find out what they're passionate about. Then if your memory relates, share it as a gift, not a lesson. Aging well isn't about holding on to every story. It's about holding on to what matters most and using it to build stronger relationships in the now. There is no shame in having pain, frustration, or nostalgia. These are all part of life after 60. But the words we use shape the world we live in. And when we choose words that uplift, encourage, and connect, we change more than just the conversation. We change the experience of growing older itself. This is the heart of senior health tips that matter. Not just what medicine you take or what you eat, but how you speak, how you relate, and how you stay emotionally alive. If you want to age gracefully, it starts in your mouth and your mind. Let your words reflect who you are becoming, not just who you've been. Your story isn't over, and the best chapters might still be ahead. Part 2, 3, things not to do. To everyone, don't isolate yourself. Solitude can be healing. A quiet afternoon with a book, a peaceful walk by yourself, or time spent reflecting can restore the soul. But isolation is something entirely different. It sneaks up quietly and pulls you away from life little by little. When you stop reaching out, the silence gets louder. Days blend together, your thoughts turn heavy. Loneliness has been linked to serious health issues, including heart disease, stroke, and memory decline. According to the CDC, chronic loneliness increases the risk of early death by nearly 30%. What begins as just needing space can become a pattern. You start declining invitations. You avoid calls. You tell yourself, "I don't want to be a burden," even though your family would love to hear your voice. Doris, 74, from Boise, used to be active in her church group. But after losing her husband, she began turning down social events. Months passed. One Sunday, a friend showed up with flowers and said, "We miss your laugh." That visit sparked something. Doris didn't realize how empty she'd felt until someone brought the light back in. Connection is not optional. It's one of the most powerful daily habits for longevity. Laughter with others boosts immunity. Conversations keep the brain sharp. Simple social interaction can improve sleep and lower blood pressure. Isolation does the opposite. It slowly takes your spark and it takes your health. If you've been spending too many days alone, start small. Say hello to your neighbor. Join a walking group. Even a weekly phone call can change how you feel. You don't need a crowd. You just need one good connection. Your presence matters. Someone out there needs your story, your smile, your support. Don't hide away. Life is still happening, and you still belong in it. Either 2, don't neglect your health. Too many people believe it's too late to start caring for their health. They think, "I'm already 70. What difference does it make?" But science and real life tell us otherwise. The body is capable of healing, adapting, and growing stronger well into old age. Neglect doesn't always look like a big mistake. Sometimes it's subtle, skipping checkups, ignoring shortness of breath, telling yourself that fatigue is just part of getting older. But here's the truth, your choices still matter. One more walk this week could strengthen your heart. A better breakfast could steady your blood sugar. Going to sleep earlier tonight could sharpen your memory tomorrow. Carlos, 69, from Tampa, didn't see a doctor for over 2 years. He brushed off dizziness and called it just dehydration. It turned out to be hypertension. After starting a simple treatment plan and adding 20 minutes of walking daily, he said, "I didn't know I could feel this good again." That's the power of attention. And it doesn't require extreme changes. In fact, small, consistent actions like stretching each morning or adding leafy greens to your lunch are at the heart of natural health for seniors. You don't need a complicated plan. You just need to begin. Neglect leads to regret, but effort leads to empowerment. You're not trying to turn back time. You're trying to make the most of the time ahead. Senior home remedies, herbal teas, breathing exercises, gentle movement, they all have a place in your toolbox. But the biggest remedy of all is choosing not to give up on yourself. So the next time you think it's too late, remember this: your health doesn't need perfection. It needs participation. Every healthy choice is a message to your body and your future that you still care. Number 3, don't overspend or hoard out of fear. Money is emotional. After 60, finances become more than just numbers. They're about security, legacy, and the ability to enjoy life on your own terms. But two dangerous habits can quietly drain that peace: overspending and excessive frugality. Both are rooted in fear. One is the fear of missing out. The other is the fear of losing everything. Overspending often happens when we're trying to make up for lost time. You've worked hard. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But without balance, that joy becomes fleeting. Big purchases, luxury trips, expensive gadgets, they feel good in the moment, but they don't always add real value. Joan, 67, from Austin, splurged on a high-end cruise after retiring. The photos were beautiful, but the debt lasted for 2 years. "I thought I needed something big to celebrate freedom," she said. "Turns out I just needed to feel free." On the flip side, hoarding money out of fear can steal joy just as fast. Some people cut out every small pleasure. They skip fresh food, avoid the doctor, or say no to family gatherings just to save a few dollars. But life becomes smaller, and the loneliness grows. True over 60 wellness includes financial wellness. It means spending wisely on things that matter. Invest in your health, your hobbies, your memories, not just your savings account. Extreme frugality isn't strength, and compulsive spending isn't happiness. What you need is clarity, and a plan that protects both your peace and your possibilities. Ask yourself, does this purchase bring lasting joy or just quick distraction? Am I saving to feel safe or out of fear? I'll never have enough. There's wisdom in restraint, but there's also wisdom in generosity with yourself and with others. If you have the means to enjoy life, don't delay joy out of worry. And if you're being tempted to overspend, pause and reflect. The greatest gifts you can give to your future self and to those you love are health, presence, and peace. And none of those come from a credit card. These 3 choices, staying connected, caring for your health, and managing money with peace, can shape the entire experience of your later years. You don't need to do it perfectly, you just need to stay conscious. So many older adults slip into habits without realizing how much they're costing. Not just in dollars, but in freedom, health, and time. But the beauty of growing older is this: you still get to decide. You can step out of isolation and into connection. You can stop ignoring your health and start restoring it. You can spend money where it brings joy and save without fear. These are not just tips, they are lifelines. Daily habits for longevity are about more than routine. They are about protecting the life you've built and making space for joy in the days to come. Every small step you take toward wellness adds power to your story, and your story still matters. Part 3, places not to go. Then number 1, avoid noisy, chaotic places. Your nervous system isn't what it used to be. That's not a weakness, it's just the reality of aging. The older we get, the more sensitive we become to noise, clutter, and confusion. The environments that once energized us may now leave us feeling drained and agitated. Loud restaurants, crowded malls, and fast-paced events are no longer harmless distractions. They can raise blood pressure, spike anxiety, and leave your mind exhausted. Studies show that excessive noise doesn't just affect your mood, it can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. It's not just uncomfortable, it's unsafe. What you need now is peace, stillness. Environments that calm your system and support recovery. Quiet parks, small bookshops, peaceful churches. These are not boring, they're healing. Eleanor, 70, from Nashville, used to love city festivals. But after attending one last summer, she spent 3 days recovering from the mental overload. "I realized the music and the crowds weren't fun anymore," she said. "They were just too much." Now she visits her local botanical garden every Sunday, and she leaves feeling restored. Calm is not laziness, it's a necessity. It's one of the lesser-known longevity secrets. Environments shape your brain chemistry, your hormones, your sleep, and over time, your long-term health. If you want to prevent aging diseases, start by protecting your peace. Say no to noise. Say yes to settings that allow your body and mind to breathe. The world is loud enough. You don't have to live inside the storm. Trigger 2, avoid places unsuitable for your health. Some places look beautiful, but are quietly dangerous for older adults. High altitudes, extreme climates, and areas with poor air quality can put your health at serious risk. And the damage isn't always immediate. The lungs and heart become more vulnerable as we age. Thin air pollution or harsh weather can cause blood pressure spikes, breathing difficulties, and even strokes. What used to be a minor inconvenience can now lead to a major crisis. You don't have to test your limits to prove you're still adventurous. There's courage in being careful, and there's strength in choosing comfort over challenge. Senior health is not about pushing through, it's about protecting what matters. Richard, 66, from Phoenix, ignored warnings and took a hiking trip to Colorado's high altitudes. On the second day, he experienced chest pain and dizziness. He had to be airlifted out. "I didn't think it would affect me like that," he said, "but I learned I need to choose places that fit my body now, not the one I had at 40. This is one of the most important lessons in any senior nutrition guide or wellness plan. Your environment is part of your health. Where you are physically affects how your body performs, and that includes climate, air quality, and accessibility. Instead of planning trips that leave you recovering, plan for restoration. Choose level ground, moderate temperatures, clean walkable spaces with easy access to medical care. You've earned the right to feel safe, to feel at ease. You don't have to stop exploring. You just need to explore with wisdom. A gentle location is still a beautiful location, and your body will thank you for choosing places that support healing over hardship. Trigger 3, avoid unsafe or high-risk environments. Danger doesn't always come in the form of illness. Sometimes it's about the people around us or the lack of support in a given place. Crowded events, crime-heavy areas, and poorly lit streets are risks many older adults still take without realizing what's really at stake. It only takes one fall to change everything. One push, one misstep, and your independence could be gone for months or forever. The body doesn't bounce back the way it used to, and safety is not something to gamble with. Some seniors avoid looking weak by staying silent about what makes them uncomfortable. But protecting your health is not weakness, it's wisdom. And part of aging with grace is knowing where not to go. Margaret, 73, from Chicago, used to attend late-night music events with friends. One night while leaving a venue, she tripped on a broken curb in a dark parking lot. She fractured her hip. The recovery took nearly a year. "I should have spoken up," she said. "I just didn't want to seem boring." You are not boring because you choose safety. You are wise, strong, aware of your value. And part of valuing yourself means creating boundaries around where you'll go and where you won't. Senior health depends not only on medicine or movement, but on environment. This is one of the most powerful, often overlooked ways to prevent aging diseases. A fall, a confrontation, or a long delay in emergency care can undo years of good habits. If a place doesn't offer proper lighting, seating, or easy exits, don't go. If it's in a neighborhood known for crime or lacks medical access, skip it. You deserve better. You deserve to live your later years without fear. Choose locations that offer safety, support, and serenity. Places where you can sit comfortably, walk confidently, and know that help is never far if you need it. That is not fear talking. That is love for yourself and for the people who care about you. Where you spend your time shapes how you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. The right places restore you. The wrong places can harm you. And in this season of life, your surroundings matter more than ever. You don't need to be everywhere. You just need to be in the right places. Ones that respect your energy, your safety, and your well-being. If you want to live longer and feel better doing it, take this seriously. Quiet, safe, health-friendly environments are part of your wellness plan. They are part of your future. Longevity isn't just about what you eat or how you move. It's also about where you choose to be. Surround yourself with places that calm your nervous system, protect your body, and lift your spirit. And if someone asks why you don't go to noisy parties or high-risk events anymore, just smile and say this: I'm not avoiding life. I'm choosing the kind that lets me enjoy it longer. Your words carry more weight than you think. They can lift someone up or weigh you down. Choose them with love, and you'll notice your relationships grow deeper and your own heart feel lighter. What you say matters. Your daily habits are not small. They are the foundation of your future. A short walk, a mindful meal, a few moments of gratitude. These are the building blocks of lasting senior health and natural vitality. And the places you go, whether loud or peaceful, will either wear you down or build you back up. Protect your energy. Surround yourself with calm, with safety, and with comfort. You deserve to feel well, not just survive. This is what it truly means to live healthy after 50. It's not about chasing youth, it's about choosing wisdom, about living each day with care, with clarity, and with joy. These are the real longevity tips that no medicine can replace. If this video gave you something to think about, please like it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next message. And tell us in the comments which small change will you make today to support your health and peace.